Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for taking the time to come and hang out with me again. Okay, so Libra season is upon us. So I wanted to make sure to give each and every one of you, no matter what your sign, the goods on what to expect from Libra season and a game plan so you can make sure that you're in sync with the universe and utilizing the energy of Libra season to assist you in moving forward and manifesting the things that you deserve and desire. So Libra season begins when the sun enters Libra on September 22nd at 9:30 a.m. and the sun will stay in Libra until October 22nd when the sun enters Scorpio. So I'll let you know what this means for your sign when it comes to navigating the 4 weeks of Libra season. Also, the new moon in Libra takes place on October 16th, so I'll let you know how that energetic opening affects your chart and the best way to use that energy to your advantage. Remember that if you have Aries in your chart, then the Libra energy from September 22nd to October 22nd will diminish your Aries energy because Libra is the polar opposite of Aries. So for example, if you're in Aries with Sagittarius moon and Cancer rising, then during the 4 weeks of Libra, you'll be operating much more from Sagittarius and Cancer because your Aries energy will be much less powerful due to the sun in Libra. So just know if you have Aries in your top 3, your sun, your moon, or your rising, then you may feel a bit off balance in the upcoming weeks. So hopefully this video will help you to recalibrate, to counterbalance any negative energy and help you deal with any challenges moving forward. It's also very important to remember that overall, Libra is a cardinal energy. So with the big challenges in the world that we're facing right now, Libra season is all about setting the tone and planting the seeds of intention for fall, while making sure that balance is at the core of your plan. Because as I've said in many videos before, when something is in balance, it thrives. And when something's out of balance, it destructs. So the overall focus for Libra season and the beginning of fall is goal setting and balance. This way you can make sure that you're thriving and in a good place when Scorpio season comes around. By the way, you can watch this video from 2 perspectives, from the perspective of your rising sign, if you know it, and you can also watch from the perspective of your sun sign. And the reason for that is because the solar house chart system places the planets where they fall with 0 degrees of your sun sign as the ascendant. I always say if you watch from both perspectives, you'll have an outlook for your spiritual path per your rising sign and your mental, more physical path, which will be from the perspective of your sun sign. Okay, no more wasting time. Here are the goods on Libra season and the best way to make the most of the energetic openings it has to offer. Let's go. Okay, Aries, so as I said in the intro, just know that during Libra season, the Aries energy in your chart will be greatly diminished, so make sure to do the things that you know will help you to maintain your balance and recalibrate, like working out daily. That's a huge one for you. You'll be surprised how helpful this is in terms of keeping your fiery energy going strong. If you're watching this from the perspective of your Aries rising, just know you will be operating much more from your sun and your moon sign for the next 4 weeks. And if you're watching this from the perspective of your Aries sun sign, just know you'll be operating much more from your moon and your rising sign for the next 4 weeks. Okay, so that being said, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will be in your 7th house, which is an awesome placement for your relationships, Aries. You will be feeling the strong desire to be in a relationship, and if you're already in one, you'll be feeling the strong desire to deepen that connection. This is because this next 4 weeks is a time of self-discovery for your Aries, opening up your idea to the fact that having a partner to act as a mirror reflection of you is an incredible tool in self-development. The way to make the most of this energetic opening is to think much more in terms of working as a team with the person that you're with or the person that you have in your life, as opposed to feeling like you have to do everything on your own, Aries. You are very self-sufficient. However, it is important to open up and be receptive to other ways of thinking during this time. When the new moon comes along on October 16th, that will also be in your 7th house, further amplifying the energy around you and relationships. So if you're single, Aries, don't be surprised if in the next 4 weeks you find a new love and that love either initiates or has a major shift on or around October 16th. So overall, Aries, Libra season is a time of love. Loving yourself enough to make sure to be open to the idea of sharing that love with someone else. Also loving yourself enough to be 100% honest with yourself about what type of partner you make. This way, when Scorpio season rolls around on October 22nd, you will be in a positive place of self-actualization and growth. growth. Okay, Taurus, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will be in your 6th house, which for you, Taurus, means this is a 4-week period where you are really meant to pay attention to your health and well-being. Not just your physical health, but also your mental health. We know Libra is the sign of balance, so this is the perfect time of year for you to really focus on your relationship with the idea of balance. What is your relationship with your body like? Do you treat your body like the spiritual vessel it is, like the gift that it is? Do you take care of your physical self the way you should in terms of what you put into your body? What about your mental health? How much time are you spending on social media relative to the amount of time you spend in the real world interacting in a physical, real way? These things are all necessary for balance. Now, when the new moon comes along on October 16th, this will also be in your 6th house, further amplifying your ability to reorganize your life in a way that truly benefits the health and well-being of who you are and how you live. So for you, Taurus, use this next 4-week period of Libra season to do a complete overhaul on your routines when it comes to taking care of yourself. Get a consistent schedule going when it comes to meditating or reading informative, uplifting books, working out, having fun with friends, connecting to the real world, etc. By doing this, you will put yourself on the perfect path to not only be feeling so much better, but also allowing your inner light to shine brighter than ever. This way, by the time Scorpio season comes around on October 22nd, you'll be feeling good and ready to achieve any goal and manifest any desire. Okay, Gemini, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will take place in your 5th house, which is absolutely fantastic for you, Geminis. You know how Virgo season was a time where you were focused on your home life and making sure that your home base was a foundation where you felt stable, safe, and where you could recharge? Well, you're recharged and ready for action. This next 4 weeks is a time where you are really meant to come out of your shell. Your creative juices are flowing and it is time to express all of that energy outward into the world. Look at this time as an opportunity to really enjoy life. If there are any risks you've been waiting to take, this could be a great 4-week period to do it. Just make sure to avoid starting anything new from October 27th to November 3rd because Mercury will be retrograde during that period of time. So taking risks is great during Libra season. Just avoid starting anything brand new during those dates of retrograde I just mentioned. Now, when the new moon comes around on October 16th, this will also be in your 5th house, further amplifying your power of expansion. So for you, Gemini, this is a great time for manifesting the things that you desire. Make sure that you pay extra attention to your words. Remember, the things that we say have so much power in terms of what we manifest into reality. And your power is amped up during Libra season, so do your best to only state what it is that you want. Not what you don't want, not all the complaints of what's going on, not your frustrations. Just verbalize what you want. This way you'll be in a good flow by the time that Scorpio rolls around on October 22nd. Okay, Cancers, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will take place in your 4th house, which actually works really well for you because it is a 4-week period where you are meant to focus on your home life. Meaning it's a time of nesting for you, where you take the time to reinvent where it is that you're living. And this doesn't mean necessarily that you should be moving during this time, but it does mean that you have to remind yourself that as a Cancer, where you live has so much of an effect on how you feel, and how you feel has so much of an effect on the decisions that you make. And then your decisions are what create your reality. So reorganize your home space, or if you're in a place that you don't necessarily want to be right now, be willing to call it home for the time being and make it as comfortable and energizing as possible, all while planning your next step with the timeline in mind of not taking any steps that are really big until Scorpio season. When the new moon comes along on October 16th, this will also be in your 4th house, further amplifying your need to recharge and regroup, and also to redefine your game plan for your future. So take a deep breath, Cancer, and just know that the next 4 weeks is a time for you to reassess your situation, redefine what it is you want, all while making sure that you're doing this in a safe space where you feel supported and where you feel loved. This way, when Scorpio season comes around, you'll be ready to take big action because you'll have taken the necessary time to get very clear on who you are at this point in your life and what it is you genuinely want. That way you can get it. All right, happy Libra season, Cancers. Okay, Leos, so when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, for you this will take place in your third house, which is a great placement for you, Leos. This means that this 4-week period is a phase where you will find yourself getting much busier than you were during Virgo season due to the fact that your connections and your network of friends is going to be very active during this time. This is a great time for picking up some momentum in the area of work, meaning some job opportunities, even if they're small ones, should be coming your way during this time of Libra season. So that's great news, especially being that so many of us are dealing with unemployment at this time. So you should have a nice boost in that area during Libra season. So look out for an opportunity in that area of life during this time. Also, when the new moon comes around on October 16th, that will be in your third house as well, further amplifying the power that you have when it comes to communication and networking. This indicates that not just for the new moon, but for the entire 4-week period of Libra season, it could be a great time to learn something new or to just reach out to people that you haven't talked to in a while, not with any intention other than to just get that energy moving. And this reaching out or learning something new doesn't necessarily have to be work related, because your ability to pick up information will be heightened at this time. So if there is something new you've been wanting to learn, but you've been putting it off for a while, Libra season is the perfect time to dive right into it and to make it happen. So Libra season for you, Leos, is a time for networking, forward movement, and just an overall boost to your mental capacity and power. So embrace this. This way, by the time we hit Scorpio season, you will be in a good flow and feeling great about what the rest of the year has in store. Okay, Virgos, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will be in your second house, which is a wonderful placement for you, Virgos. This is so great because it brings a wave of energy to your finances and your capacity to manifest things in the physical world. So Virgos, this is go time for you when it comes to using your creativity to manifest wealth. Make sure not to get so stuck on the ideas around the situation you're in right now. Meaning, don't sit down with yourself and get all frustrated about what your present circumstances are. Instead, focus on what you want and then start to make a plan on how to get there without factoring in all the things that you think won't work. If it won't work, don't give it any energy. Only give your energy to the things that you think will work. And if you don't know how it's gonna work, put your energy into figuring out a way to make it work. This 4-week period of Libra season is bringing you a great opportunity to tap into your abilities to manifest, Virgo. So don't miss it by focusing on the things that are out of your control. When the new moon comes around on October 16th, this will also be taking place in your second house, further amplifying your ability to attune to the physical world and really make some headway when it comes to manifesting money and material wealth and success. So live it up, Virgos. This is definitely a time for focus and forward movement, and it can be a very enjoyable time for you because when you're clear on what your game plan is and you know exactly what you need to do, you are unstoppable and successful, which is very enjoyable. Just make sure to balance work with pleasure, and it will put you in a great headspace and flow by the time we get around to Scorpio season on October 22nd. Okay, Libras. Well, first I want to say happy birthday to all of you beautiful Venus-ruled Libras out there. I'm wishing you love, laughter, abundance, joy, and fulfillment for this Libra season and for the rest of the years to come. Now, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will take place in your first house. So it is go time for you, Libras, meaning this is your rebirth. It is the height of your power of the year. So don't waste it. Go after what you want. Release any and all negative energy from the past and make space for all the abundance coming your way. You'll have a new sense of confidence during this time, so use it to your advantage. This 4-week period of Libra season is a big one for you, Libras. Now, when the new moon comes along on October 16th, that will also be in your first house, further amplifying your power to level up and really show yourself what you're capable of. I always say that inspiration is so much better than motivation because when you're inspired, that fuels your motivation. And during this time, especially around the new moon of Libra, you will be feeling very inspired. So allow yourself to dream big and have fun in the process. This is not a time for stressing yourself out or worrying about fighting to achieve your goals. It's more about taking a deep breath and confidently stepping forward into the flow and letting your instinct guide you. You could have a new relationship coming your way during this time, new job opportunities coming your way. The sky's the limit, but you have to hit the reset button on your optimistic perspective so that way you're stepping into the next 4 weeks expecting the best for yourself and not carrying the heaviness of all the frustrations based on the circumstances that have been going on for all of us. Virgo season was a time for you to go inward and regroup. Well, you have regrouped and recharged, and now's the time to let go of the past and see what the future has to offer, all while making the most of the present moment. This way you'll be in a great place and you'll have a strong momentum of positivity going on by the time Scorpio season rolls around. It's your time, Libras, so live it up. Okay, Scorpios, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will take place in your 12th house. So for you Scorpios, it's a time to look at the next 4 weeks as your spiritual reboot. This is a time where you really take a step back and look at all the relationships in your life. The relationships you have with certain people, the relationships you have with certain ways of thinking, the relationship you have with certain routines in your life and certain habits, and then ask yourself, which of these things is bringing me down? It is so important to identify the areas of your life that you know you need to let go of. This is a time to love yourself enough to make the choices that are in your soul's best interest. Now, when the new moon comes around on October 16th, this will also be in your 12th house, further amplifying the fact that you are being given a great opportunity here, Scorpios, for transformation. This is the time of year where you aren't meant to worry so much about pushing forward to achieve your goals, but more so during this time of year, you are meant to spiritually clean house and get rid of those things that no longer serve you, so you can make space for all the beautiful things that the universe has in store for you. This way, by the time your season, Scorpio season, comes around on October 22nd, you will have a renewed perspective and you will have done all of the work necessary to really make a fresh start. So use this 4-week period of Libra season as a bit of a vacation, Scorpio, where you really focus on creating balance in your life in preparation for the exciting explosion that will be Scorpio season. Okay, Sagittarius, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will take place in your 11th house, which is a great placement for you, Sagittarius. So just know, first and foremost, this is going to be a great 4-week period for you. It is a time for dreams to come true. And who doesn't love that? You will be feeling lighthearted and social and ready to experience all that the world has to offer right now. Make sure to give some energy to networking. This is where your strengths will really shine during this time. This is where your opportunities will come from. This is where the energy to help you manifest things is being concentrated by making sure to access and utilize the power that you have for being likable and connecting with people. When the new moon comes around on October 16th, this will also be in your 11th house, further amplifying your ability to take any inner restlessness that you've been feeling and turn it into lucrative connections with people that will lead to further success and abundance. So this 4-week period of Libra season for you Sagittarius is going to be a time where you see all of your hard work from the past few months really pay off. Now, if you haven't been working that hard in the last few months, then don't expect too much. But just know, whatever energy that you have put into achieving your goals, it's about to be rewarded. So be ready to be excited, Sagittarius, and live it up. Libra season for you is gonna be a good one. Okay, Capricorns, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, for you, it will be in your 10th house, which for Capricorns is a perfect place to be because this means a boost in the realm of career and money making. And it also brings an opportunity to make more of an impact on the world at large. So you can look at the next 4 weeks, Capricorn, as a challenge to yourself to see what you can accomplish in terms of really reaching your potential. If you remain practical and focused, which for you is much easier than it is for other signs because it's how you're naturally wired. So maintain that natural focus of yours and amp it up and really push each day to give 100%. And the next 4 weeks will prove to be transformative in terms of taking you to the next level. Now, when the new moon comes around on October 16th, this will also be in your 10th house, which further amplifies and brings you the message of tapping into your talents to make your mark on the world. You'll be very busy during this time, Capricorn, so give your energy to self-mastery, all while making sure that you're using this energy of Libra season to balance your mind, body, and soul energy in a way that you are for sure feeding your ambition, but you're also not forgetting to enjoy the process and loving yourself enough to take care of all aspects of who you are so you can continue to thrive as we step into Scorpio season where things will just keep getting better for you. Okay, Aquarius, when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will be in your 9th house, which works great for your personality and your energy, Aquarius. This is because the 9th house is all about taking risks and stepping into new adventures. So Libra season is very promising for you, Aquarius, when it comes to finding higher meaning. Use this 4-week period to step outside of your comfort zone. Change up some of your usual activities and see what you manifest just by making a few adjustments. This is the time to plan a bit of a getaway right now, and it doesn't have to mean trying to travel outside of the country or even outside of the state. I more so mean making a plan for yourself where you take some time exploring something new, something that interests you that you may have always wanted to try and you just never got around to doing it. Well, now's the time to do it because there could be some great meaning in having an experience like this during the 4-week period of Libra season. Now, when the new moon comes along on October 16th, this will also be in your 9th house, further amplifying your soul's need to explore the possibilities of life. So do something new and different during this time, Aquarius. There are some opportunities awaiting you, but you must step outside of your usual routine to access them. So take this opportunity, Aquarius, for renewed perspective. This could be just the change you've been looking for. And remember to enjoy the process. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. This way you'll be in a great place when Scorpio season comes around on October 22nd. Okay, Pisces, it's Libra season, and when the sun shifts into Libra on September 22nd, this will be in your 8th house. So this is a time of year where all the things that are deeply personal for you will come into focus. But don't be afraid of this. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be an overly emotional 4-week period, but it does mean that the next 4 weeks are offering you the opportunity for some real change. We know in order to truly change, we have to shift our perspective, because when we shift our perspective, our choices start to change, and as our choices change, the results of those choices begin to change, which will bring about a new reality. So for you, Pisces, this is the time to just take a step back and really be honest with yourself about the areas of your life that you want to transform. Once you identify these areas, then ask yourself first, what are the things I need to get rid of in those areas? Could it be negative people, negative thought patterns, or just bad habits that you're ready to let go of once and for all? Just know that the energy of Libra season is the perfect time for you to take on this task, because this energy will be very supportive in terms of helping you make the necessary changes that will give you your desired results. Now, when the new moon comes along on October 16th, this will also be in your 8th house, further amplifying your ability to clean out any and all junk from your life and start fresh. So Libra season, Pisces, a time for introspection, transformation, and preparation for a rebirth and an exciting new chapter. This way, by the time Scorpio season rolls around, you'll be ready to break out onto the scene with a renewed perspective and clarity of intention, also not carrying around the heaviness of your past. Okay, so there you have it. What to expect for each sign during this Libra season. Remember, it's all about creating balance in your life and planting the seeds of intention for this fall season, so stay focused on making the choices that lead to the actions that support your goals and result in fulfillment. So let's make the most of this energy. I'm sending you all positivity, tons of love, and I'm looking forward to all of us getting one step closer to living without COVID. So stay strong, stay healthy, stay optimistic. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me, and I will see you in the next video.